Well, hi everybody. How you doing? I hope you're doing good. I'm sorry it took me so long to get back. I just been wanting to talk to you, but I just had a really stressful last couple of weeks. My daughter lives in Cape Coral, Florida, and my granddaughter and great grandson lives in Fort Myers. So a week ago Wednesday was a rough day sitting here. And meanwhile, my brother had tuned me into a place on the internet where you could go and watch it like you were there. They had 6 cameras set up right in that area. One time they misspoke and said Fort Myers was underwater when it was actually the ocean part of Fort Myers. I don't remember what it's called, but that city, and then right across the road is the other Fort Myers behind it where my granddaughter lives. Thank God, because my great-grandson was there with his dad. My granddaughter was at the hospital because she's a nurse. She'd already been there for 2 days. Once they went to work 2 days earlier, they had been told they wouldn't be able to leave till everything was over. And then my daughter and son-in-law were in Cape Coral, where the wind blew almost 150 miles an hour for almost 3 hours. And they were in a brand new home, and I knew they were up a little higher, and she'd sent me some videos before their electricity went out, but the water was already coming up in the canal out and back, but the canal was really low, and their house was even like 20 foot straight up the hill from where their boat dock is. So they made it through. I can't believe it. In fact, my daughter just got her electricity back on yesterday, and the water, and they're at Cape Coral, yeah. And my granddaughter had hers on a little earlier a few days ago, but they're all getting back to normal. And then they're both coming to see me this next week. So I've been really busy. I've steam cleaned my rugs, steam cleaned my floors. Been spit shining my apartment so everybody'd be comfortable while they were here. So I've been really busy, and so that's why I didn't get any videos out this week. I did have a hit on something about 3 nights ago, in fact, 3 nights ago in the middle of the night. And I think I am going to read on that. I don't know what it was. It was almost like back to my childhood when I had these horrible feelings and didn't know what they were, and I still don't know what it is. But I woke up absolutely terrified, and it wasn't because of like a ghost. It wasn't anything going on with me. I knew it wasn't me. I knew I was feeling other people's fear and remorse. So it was so much. I've never had anything hit me that quick, that fast. It was so much that I was almost sick at my stomach, and I wasn't dreaming about anything, because I have myself trained. If I wake up, I know if I've been dreaming exactly what I've been dreaming about, because I always have studied my dreams for years. So it was like it was overwhelming, and I wanted to laid there real still and didn't move, because that's what you're supposed to do in case you've been dreaming. I knew I wasn't dreaming, and I thought, what was it? What? It was like a flash. And I thought, what was it? And I've had 3 days to think about it. I was going to ask for clarification before I went to bed the next night, and I wasn't sure I wanted clarification on it. But maybe it's some kind of nuclear accident or something. Maybe it's something to do with that nuclear plant that they have over there in yeah, where they're fighting, where the Russians are invading in Ukraine. Or maybe it's something to do with these stupid, it was like the day before they sent the ships that way, as far as I know, over to Japan. Maybe it was something to do with that. Or maybe, I think I did hear something on the news about the people in Taiwan or whatever, where that Japanese sent that missile over their head that they were terrified. Maybe that's what I was picking up on, was their fear. I don't know. I hope that's what it was. I hope it was just their fear, because it was just like I could feel other people's fear. Anyway, it was strange. I don't want to keep going on about it, but it was really something horrible. And let's just hope that was it, and it's gone and done for. But yeah, I thought it was maybe something to do with Kim Jong Un, who I don't even think that is Kim Jong Un. I think it's a double. I think he's been dead for 3 or 4 years, a couple of years at least, and or maybe something to do with that Russian power plant. I hope the hell they leave. I did have a hit that felt like my guides were telling me that the people that Russia sent in there to take control of that nuclear plant, the scientists and stuff, aren't going to let that place blow up. That they're they're just not that loyal to Putin. They're doing their job, but they're not going to blow that up or set anything where that blows up, because if it does, it's going to put a cloud in the air that could blow right back over to Russia. So they're not going to do that. So I really, in that flash that came to me, it was almost like it was an accident or somebody's fear. Or anyway, I don't think that's anyway. Let's get away from there and go to all this other stuff going on. Let me put my glasses on here. See what's going on here. I hope that camera's working, and I hope I got enough light on me. I hope everything's going to work. It's been a while. And when you shoot out the back of it, you can't see, and I decided to shoot out the back of it because it does make a little clearer video. So, they're getting all the people down not the lieutenants, all the, what did they used to call the soldiers that are on the lowest? They used to have a name for them. But those guys are getting in trouble, the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers and all that kind of stuff. But when are they going to go after the generals like Roger Stone and Steve Bannon and Trump and Mark Meadows and Peter Navarro and all those people? And that's what I want to do. I want to see if the Attorney General is going to go after them. And I feel like I've been, even right now, I just got a hit. I've talked a lot of bad shit about Merrick Garland over a year or so ago, but he may just be the perfect person for where he's at, because I've got a feeling that if he gets ready to put out warrants or whatever they call it, where they actually go arrest people and stuff, for Roger Stone, Steve Bannon, any of those people, I think he'll do it when he can most surprise them. And like all you hear on corporate news is, oh, they can't do this before the election. Well, Trump's not running for office. There's no reason they can't do it before the election. And I know I'm not going to say a timestamp on everything, because I would have swore that this would have been gone faster. Every time I've read cards, it looked like it was going faster. But I think I'll maybe lay the cards out and do a reading for the rest of this month. This is my birthday month. That's why all my daughter and my granddaughter, the ones from Florida, are flying out here. My daughter will be here Saturday, and my granddaughter will be here next week. So I think I'll do a month-long deal, because I'm thinking that justice is going to start coming through. I'm thinking that Garland's going to fool people, that he's going to surprise everybody and put these out maybe even before the primaries. I'm not the primaries, the midterm, because to start with, there's nobody that he's going to arrest that has anything at all to do with any of these elections. So there's no reason for him to wait. That's just a bunch of bullshit that all the corporate newses are pushing just so they've got something to talk about. They can't stand it because there ain't that much to talk about. They were so used to sensationalize every day when Trump was in president. They're still talking about when he runs for president, and I'm telling you right now, he's not going to run for president. And if he runs for president, I mean, he might say he's running, but to actual run and to be in there till the end, there is no way. There's no way. And oh, before I even get started, I want to thank Mark Rhodes. He sent me today the World Tarot, the One World Tarot that Lena Rodriguez and Sienna Rose did their cards, and I've been wanting to get it. I was going to order it, but I've been so busy doing everything else, I just had put it off. And it's got a wonderful book inside of it. And if Lena helped write this, I love her interpretation of the tarot cards. I just love it because like I'm self-taught, and all my life, I've been doing this for 50 years, and I do have my own meanings for a lot of the cards, but I love when she, she's like a master class teacher. She's very good. And I wanted to thank Mark, and it was an early birthday present, and it made me so happy, and I just wanted to thank him for that. That was so sweet of him. And anybody, I'm really proud of these people in this community doing that. And it couldn't be a better person to teach, especially the book. I can't wait to read the book, because if Lena helped write it, it'll be good. So anyway, what are we going to look at? There's so much to look at. I just heard a few minutes ago. Oh, yeah, I'll go ahead and talk about that before I get started. They're after Joe Biden's son. I guess they're going to indict him for something. And I know, from what I understand, he's got a lot of addiction problems, but he's a mess. And he probably has done some things that a little shady, maybe, or maybe not. But there's not one person in Congress, especially on the Republican side, and probably 70% on the Democratic side, that haven't did some shady things too. And if they're old enough, if they haven't done it, their kids have done it. But that hasn't been checked out, because they're after Biden for just anything. I almost feel sorry for Biden and his son, because they're horrible. They're not going to leave anything alone, just like they harassed Hillary over that Benghazi deal when she had nothing to do with it to start with. She'd already asked for more money to guard those people and take care of them, and Congress had turned her down, the Republicans. But it's the same thing, if you can blame a Democrat or his family or any. And another thing, when all this scandal breaks, and that's all they're going to push on Fox News and everything, Hunter Biden is not in our government. Joe Biden wasn't trying to run a monarchy like Trump was. So that doesn't have to do anything with the price of tea in China. So anyway, we'll see how that comes out. I just heard that right before I turned the TV off this afternoon. So and I can't believe how on any day, when anybody with a brain in their head would ever vote for Herschel Walker over Warnock, no matter what their backgrounds were. Especially if he's running on being religious, when one's been a preacher all of his life and preaches at the church that Martin Luther King founded or something like that. Used to teach at or whatever. Preach at, teach at, however you want to put it. But anyway, that was kind of interesting too. I thought it was kind of silly. Anyway, I hope you're all doing great out there. I think we all got, what's it, PST? PDS? I don't know what you call it. We've all got it, whatever it is. We've all got shell shock from this, and we'll be glad when it's over. And that's one thing you can't get out of cards is time limits. So I'm going to quit saying when something's going to happen. But After I read on a couple of these people, I may read on October. Because I got a feeling that they're going to surprise everybody instead of waiting, till after the election in November and starting all this stuff. They might start it right before the election. That would really throw those two silly Republicans off. Well, it'd give them more to gripe about. They'd think we were coming after them, but that's not going to change anybody that's going to vote Democrat. They're all wanting something to happen. It might encourage them to get their butts up and go vote. And that's something else. Don't forget to vote. And if there's only one Democrat running, vote blue no matter who. I don't care who it is. So don't forget to get out and vote. And then after that, we'll just have to turn it over to Spirit and see whatever lessons we've got to learn. See if we're starting to look at history and try to pay attention. I know Edgar Casey always said that we needed to study Atlantis to see what was going on the his readings that came through about it, because it was a lesson to how good they had it and how bad they pushed it. But anyway, we need to stop the old and start the new and go into the Aquarian age. So let's start with Roger Stone. He's one of the generals. He's right in the middle of there. And speaking of generals, let me write down God, I can't. Michael, what the hell's his name? It'll come to me by the time I get down to the bottom of my list. So let's start with Roger Stone. I'd love to see him get his trip over his dick. He's always thought that was a whatever. Don't roll into his background. Let's just see if he's going to get what's going to happen to Roger Stone. Is anything coming up for Roger Stone? What's coming up for Roger Stone? Let's ask it that way. What's coming up for Roger Stone? I'm going to use that New World, One World Tarot for clarifiers, because I can't shuffle them that good because the deck's so new, but I thought I'd leave it laying out here and maybe draw some out for clarifiers. So Roger Stone, one more shuffle. We got a yes on the bottom. Does that mean he's going to get arrested? Let's see. Definitely making plans and paying people. He put money into this insurrection. Definitely. How about that? And he knows he's in deep doo-doo. Look at this. To the point where he's laying awake nights worrying about it, where he's almost made himself sick. And the minute I looked at this, I felt like he was having some kind of stomach problem, bad stomach problem. But anyway, they're all decide to get sick when it comes jail time. His foundation is the Queen of Coins. They might find out something between him and Thomas's wife, Clarence Thomas's wife. Good Lord. Started to call her Amy, but that's not her name. But anyway, yeah, they might find something between him and her. There's some money changing hands. It might be that judge. I don't know. He might know what's going on with what's that foundation that gives all the money? The ones that run Turning Point, the ones that give all the money to the Republicans, um, Charlie Kirk and them. It might be money that came through some woman or something. I don't know, given through some woman, but something's going on there. It is about the money. Everything with Roger Stone's about the money. We got another money card. We got 3 money cards out of 4. Looking who put what where. That's when they're going to get Roger Stone. But when, I don't know. Looks like pretty damn quick. Here's the mercenaries rushing in. FBI. They might even offer him a deal right away. Whoever they get first, they'll offer a deal. And if they don't go for it, they'll just keep going. Maybe he's already talking. But there's the deal that was offered. So we got the Queen of Wands in the 7th house. And when I looked at it, I immediately thought it was some woman in his life or some woman that's got power over him, because this is a powerful woman. But maybe he looks at himself as a Queen of Wands, in charge of everything, and a queen. Could be. I don't know why the Queen of Wands would be in the 7th house. Maybe that's, what's her name? He'd have anything to do with that judge. Yeah, this is the energy around this Queen of Wands is like the DOJ going after him. You know, it's like maybe a woman attorney or a woman judge, or this is the DOJ. That's the energy around it. That's the arrest. Maybe she's the one that talks. She's the one that tells. There's a woman involved in it somewhere, or maybe not involved in it as much as in charge of it. So somebody's coming after Roger Stone. Heavy. And it's all going to be about money. Transferring money, sending money, setting money up. Look, I never seen so many money cards and 10 cards and ever, I don't think. And it's going to make a lot of Democratic people happy. I wonder how quick. We don't know. We don't know. I might read on from now through the rest of October here in a minute, but it looks like he had a lot to do with handing out money, setting up plans. Of course, we know that from he filmed it, I guess. He's worrying about it now. He's worried about some lady that was helping give money with him, sharing with him, whatever, who I think might be Clarence Thomas's wife. He's worried about her and her mouth, and talking more about where more of the money came from. It looks like this is in the sky over this reading is the law coming in on him quick and offering him a deal. It's not small law, it's the DOJ. And whoever he gets for a judge or the person that goes up against him or what is going to be a very smart woman. This is Roger Stone. And what they're looking for, or what they found, is they followed the money. And this is going to make the Democrats really happy. So I got a feeling, I know you can't do anything on time, but to put this in there as the outcome, I'm thinking this may be coming up quicker than we realize. I think Garland might just shock the shit out of everybody. I've just got this feeling that everybody's waiting for after the elections, and everybody's sure nothing's going to happen. And we might just wake up some morning and find out that all these people got the long arm of the law jerking them around the neck. Michael Flynn, that was the other guy that I was thinking. God, I'd like to see him get jerked. I think I just read on him recently. Every time I read on him, it shows him going to jail even before I knew he was in any more trouble. So, I think I got a troll on my channel. If anybody sees somebody that's trolling me, and just in case I don't catch it, could you send me a comment and let me know who it is? Because I've had a couple of people be pretty hateful for what I can see is no reason. They don't have to watch me. It's not like I'm charging them to watch me. So anyway, and this seemed to come out of the blue, and I was just wondering if that's what I don't know that much about it. Anyway, you guys have always been so sweet to me. If you see it, would you let me know? So we've got talking about going in after the generals. The other biggest one is Steve Bannon. This is his wet dream. Take down the United States government. So Steve Bannon, what are you up to? What's going to happen to you in the near future? What's going to happen to you in the near future? What's happening to you, Steve Bannon, in the near future? Steve Bannon. I hate to even think about his ugly face. I shouldn't say that. My age, I shouldn't be calling anybody ugly, that's for sure. But anyway, Steve Bannon. Oh, he's trying to make a deal already. He knows he's in trouble. I think he's probably already been informing her. This is not new territory to him to make a deal. He's already made deals in the past, I think, to keep him out of trouble. But he's wondering, he's thinking that maybe he could make a deal and get out of this. Let's see if he's going to be able to. The obstacle over this is I don't think maybe they won't let him make a deal this time, although I don't know. I hate to see a Democratic card as the obstacle. They're all a bunch of wusses, but maybe not Garland, but he's not necessarily a Democrat. Even if he was a Republican, he's probably more aligned with what the Democrats are trying to do now. But anyway, let's go forward. So we got him trying to make a deal. It looks like it's getting blocked this time. There is so much money coming through there to him. I need to mark something down real quick, people. Sweet people. Let me mark these out so I know how I'm going on this, so I don't try to read on the same person twice. So we got, it's the money still. Maybe they'll just get him so much on this last fraud deal, which was the same one he was in jail with before. We won't have to worry about it anyway. But let's see what's going on with him. He's not happy. He's not in good shape. He's not. The energy over this whole reading is, yep, he's going down. No amount of, this is a yes card. Yes, he is going down. Also another money card. There's going to be evidence coming in even from overseas against Steve Bannon. Even from overseas. There's going to be evidence coming in. And when he has time to think about this later, when I feel like he's going to definitely be in jail, he's going to feel like a total fool. He still thought he could trade his way out of this by being an informer or something if push came to shove. That's how he thought he was going to get out of it. And the energy around him feeling like a fool is the jail card. He's still, even after he goes to jail, he's thinking back of different ways he could have done things different and maybe avoided it. But he's got the big guy coming after him. Look at this. This is his fear. He knows that he's got Garland, and he's got helping incite an insurrection behind this. And we got the high priestess as the outcome. There's going to be a lot of secrets revealed, either on him or about him. Most people have a pretty good idea of most of the things that he's done and been up to, that he's behind this. But the energy, things are going to come forward that he doesn't think they are. Or maybe he's still saying, I'm going to put this stuff forward if I can get a break. I don't know, but I said I was going to draw one of these new cards for a clarifier. Let's see. Why do we have the High Priestess in the 10th place for Steve Bannon? Secrets revealed. Maybe we'll never know about some of them. Some secrets not revealed. The Emperor. Secrets revealed on everything. He might be the one to come totally clean if he thinks he can get any kind of time off, although he's damn near as old as I am, so if he goes to jail for any length of time, it'll probably be a lifetime sentence. But we got the Emperor in there. I love these cards already, and that's just the first one I've ever drawn. The Emperor, the Death card, I said he'd never get out of jail. And the Hanged Man. No wonder I like these cards. So he'll probably be the one that ends up getting Trump prosecuted. Look at that. God, look at that. The Emperor, the Hangman, and the Death card. Hang him up by the hills. That's a good place for him. Anyway, so this is Steve Bannon. He's going to, the minute that he knows they come to get him, he's going to start saying, oh, I can tell you all this stuff. He's going to already be wanting to spout it out. But I think it's too late because they got the goods on him about all the money. And it's not going to help. Nothing's going to help him. And this is a yes. Nothing's going to help him because it's out there. There'll be a lot of stuff coming out about Russia. I know a lot of people say that, there's all kinds of stuff about connections with Russia, Russia putting Trump into office. Trump's been working for the Russian mob for years and years and years. So, yeah, that's all going to come out. Steve Bannon's going to feel like he was really stupid, that he could have avoided this. But he's not going to be able to make the deal he wants to make. And he's going to end up dying in jail. And I already threw those other cards back in there. We've seen that. And this is for entertainment only. YouTube. This is for reading cards for fun and entertainment only. It looks like he's going to die in jail. I don't like to say things like that out loud, but that's what it looks like. Like he'll never make it out of there. The next one, and we haven't heard nothing about him, but he's right, and he's one of the generals in this definitely, and that's Mark Meadows. So they're keeping him pretty quiet. I got a feeling maybe he's been talking so much that he's hoarse. All the information that Garland's getting that he needs for anything might be coming right out of Meadows' mouth. Because it sure has been kept quiet. You don't hear his name anywhere, do you? You just don't hear about him anywhere, do we, folks? And I want to thank you guys for watching. If anybody wants a personal reading, it's LynnTarotReadings@gmail.com. LynnTarotReadings@gmail.com. And I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can. Get you on the list. Even if I can't do it for about 10 days, still get a hold of me and I'll get you on the calendar because my calendar's been filling up lately. So it's Lynn Tarot Readings if you'd like a reading, and it's at lynntarotreadings@gmail.com. So let's see what's going on with Mark Meadows. Why are you so quiet, Mark? Why is it's not you as much as the media is quiet about you even? This is the signifiers, the Ace of Coins. I said he was talking. Look at this. This is verification. Yeah, he's talking. He is talking. He is talking. He is turning his back on the Trump organization, and he is talking. Not just about Trump, but he's given other people up too. Look at this. Got the sibling card here in the foundation. He's giving everybody up, telling people where the extra money came from. And he ended up getting a lot there. Didn't he get $2 million from Trump right after he refused to turn all those papers in? He was supposed to testify or whatever. Well, he's talking now. He's talking like crazy. And here we got this this Queen of Coins again. So I think one of the main prosecutors or something, maybe that works for Garland or something like that. There's some woman that's really going to do a great job on all these prosecutions. He's trying to cut himself off from that and cut himself a deal, but he ain't going to be able to. He might get lesser time, but he ain't going to cut away from it all. He's still like paranoid about Trump. Something's going on. Or maybe he just thought if he could get enough money, but this is usually the Trump card, but this is also the wealthy merchant. Maybe he thought if he could get enough money that it'd all be worth it. Who knows? Got the yes card. Yeah, that's what he thought. As long as he got enough money and as long as he stayed close enough to Trump, he thought he was going to be protected. Did he think they were going to pull this off? It didn't sound like it. He was sitting there on his phone the whole time. I thought he was playing games. Maybe he was talking to Proud Boys. He's really, really afraid of the DOJ and afraid of sedition charges and afraid of going to jail at the current time, even though he's talking. And it looks like even with all the talking that it's not going to do him much good. Look at this. He is, let's draw one of these out of the new cards again. Draw another clarifier over the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords to me is the worst card in the deck. It's the last one I want for me or anybody I love. Let's see. Yep, the worm is turning. We got the Wheel of Fortune. All the luck that he thought he had is gone. And Justice on top of the Ten of Swords. So that's him going to the Hooskow. He's going to jail too. He is going to the jail. So that's Mark Meadows trying to strike a deal, trying to say he'll tell everything, turning in all of his friends. He's doing a lot of talking, telling everybody where the money is. Some female prosecutor, wishing he'd have cut himself off from Trump earlier. But wishes don't work that good. Here's the government putting his ass in jail. So yeah, he's it looks, I just wish I knew when this is going to happen. Every time I read on these people, it's always the same thing. It's always the same thing. And I don't get those cards when I read for people. For people. I realize these people are people, but for, well, I'm saying my regular clients. So, let's do Peter Navarro. That little prick. God, what an asshole. YouTube for entertainment only. Peter Navarro, what's going on with you? Are you going to be in this grand sweep when they go arrest everybody? What do you call it? The grand something? Maybe he's going to be the first one in the grand sweep to get swept up and all this. God, he's such a... These guys just thought they could get away with anything. They were going to take over the government and they didn't have to worry about anybody or nothing. So here we go. Peter Navarro. Peter Navarro. Starts right out with a jail card. Maybe he's going first. Maybe he'll be the first one caught up in the grand sweep. That's the signifier. This is the influence over it, which is total. Totally terrifying, almost like a death card. Sometimes a funeral card, so maybe he's going to wish he was dead. And here's this woman again. There's going to be some woman that's going to end up being a hero in all this stuff. Some prosecutor, some attorney, somebody that's really going to help with all these prosecutions. I don't know who she is. She's the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe she's the one doing all the talking. Maybe that's the woman that's going to take Trump down. But whether she's going to take him down from the side of the law or because she's part of it, I don't know. Maybe it's going to be Jenny Thomas. Who in the hell knows? She probably thinks she's the Queen of Coins. He's still wondering if he can baffle him with bullshit. I think his bullshit's just about run out. He thought he was going to be a star, bless his heart. The U.S. is going to get his ass. Look at this. Yeah, we're going to hear about him pretty quick in the near future. He thought he was in charge of something here. We got the mercenary. He thought he was leading this army. That's in his 7th house. But they got his number. This is Garland. This is him wishing he could walk away. That's his hope, is to get out of this. But here's the Queen of Swords. He ain't getting out of it. You know, it's still another woman. There's going to be a lot of female energy around taking these guys down. There's going to be a lot of female energy about taking these guys down. So it's going to be really interesting once it starts to see where these indictments are coming from and all that kind of stuff. And it might all start with Bonnie Willis or is that the one in Georgia or something? That's the one where Trump made that phone call. That would be the best one. But anyway, yeah, this is Peter Navarro. He's going to jail quick. He's sick of his stomach worrying about it. Some woman's turning him in or either prosecuting him. He wishes he had done stuff different, but the United States is on his ass, and he's going to find out right away how much trouble he's in. He thought he was the mercenary, but instead of if he's a caught mercenary, he's wishing he could get away. But here's the Queen of Swords going after his butt. He ain't going nowhere. So that's what's going on with him. So I bet you're getting bored with this. I got McGann in there. I haven't read on him in a long time, but I don't want to make this too long. So we got McGann because I think I'm going to read on what's going to happen. I'm going to try the new cards and try to read on what's going to happen in October, the rest of this month. We're already almost through the first week. But so that's what I'm going to do. And I don't want to read on Trump. We all know his ass is grass, and the United States is a lawnmower. He can try prolonging this, and probably half of the stuff that if we ever find out, half the problems that we're having with North Korea right now is probably shit that he gave to him. Probably some of our secrets that Trump gave to him. Wait till we find that out. As soon as I turned everything off and started doing some meditating before I did this reading, that hit me. I thought, why all this flare up with North Korea right at this time? And I thought because Trump gave him a bunch of secrets. That was probably part of the deal. Maybe even to start a bunch of crap right before the elections. Who in the hell knows? But Trump's smart. A total idiot. He's so self-involved, but he's self-involved enough to know that these midterms have everything to do with whether he's got a chance for anything. So some of these will probably be upside down and everything because I had them screwed out there. But this is the first time I'm going to do a reading with these cards. Totally. Try them out and see what their energy's like. They already feel great. Those other ones are just about totally wore out, but I've got them wore out enough where I can finally shuffle them now. When I was younger, I could take any deck and shuffle it, but my hands aren't that strong anymore. So, even though every time I give a massage, everybody always tells me how strong my hands are, that still just blows me away. And I keep telling them it's not my hands, it's just the technique. Just the technique. So anyway, and I've given a couple of massages, I think, since I've done the readings. Did one last week and one a couple of days before that, and, which was a lot of fun. I love doing healing massage. So let's see. Just going to go 4 weeks across. First, second, third, and fourth. And don't have to put the exact days in because there's no exact time when it comes to cards anyway. Well, you didn't want to pick up. Change is a-coming. Change is a-coming. Page of Swords fell out of there. Some of these cards are upside down, but I'm not going to worry about it. So let's do this 4 crossed. Let's do it down the first week. Present, we're all tense and up in the air, worrying about when this is going to get started or if it's ever going to get started. I mean, we see them get these guys and then we see them scoot out. If anybody had wrote a screenplay with Trump's prolonging this when he's got government secrets, nobody would have believed it. Nobody would have thought that anybody could get away with that horse shit. But they're letting him do it. That just really, I don't know. I know we're all griped about it. But, anyway, so this is what's going on now. Is the Nine of Swords. We're all worried. We're all up in the air. We're tired of being worried. We want this shit over with. To get this show on the road. I mean, how deep in shit do they have to get for something to start happening? But anyway, this is the first week. We got the Nine of Swords, so this is just more stuff coming down. More evidence coming out about him and Trump and everybody around him and the Republicans and what's going on. There's people, like I told you, everybody was going to start jumping ship and telling on each other. That's already going on. There's already people just squealing like little pigs about this. Well, I'm not even sure what day it is today, but we're almost through the first week, but it looks like everybody's going to be taking a deep breath here pretty quick. Or maybe just turning off their news and enjoying their family. We got the family card. In the second week in October, Page of Swords shows back up. So about the 8th, that's Saturday. Saturday's the 8th. I think something's going to come through that's going to cut people off. Something clear cut. I don't usually read the Page of Swords that way, but that's how I feel about this card. This is the first time I've read these. So about the 8th, something's going to come out that's going to make something just clear cut. And the Knight of Wands is going down. So maybe there's more stuff going to catch up with Herschel Walker. I don't think it matters what happens to him, but this isn't the King of Wands. That isn't him. None of these cards are about him. This is about something being clear cut, the King of Wands going under. More information coming through. This is the second week. We've all had so much information that we know everybody ought to be in trouble. From overseas, what's happening? What's happening the second week? Well, we've already sent warships to Korea. We got the King of Wands being held down. And the Three of Wands, which is ships leaving our shore. Our ships have already left our shore. God, I hope we don't have to send more ships over there. Let's go into the third week. Something to do with Jared Kushner. The third week of October, we're going to hear something to do with Jared Kushner. Maybe something to do with about the $2 billion he got from Saudi Arabia. I don't know. But that's Jared Kushner. Maybe he's going to get indicted by some woman. I don't think he had anything to do with any of those phone calls. Or he did pretty good about keeping his little butt clean about some of this stuff with this insurrection and stuff. This is some woman. Yeah, this is some judge, somebody high up in law enforcement coming after Jared Kushner. This is the third week in October. Something to do with Donald Trump. He's right in on it. And shady deals. So this is more money. I know Kushner just got in trouble and had to pay a fine, but it wasn't nothing compared to all the properties he owns. So we got the Six of Pentacles. This is family money getting tied up. So there's going to be more of his money tied up. We're going to hear more about some of the schemes he pulled and the trouble he's in. We're going to hear about that the third week in October. The fourth week in October, we got the Five of Pentacles. Let's hope that's for all the bad people that are out in the cold. The weather's changing anyway. Winter's coming hard and fast. But the Ukrainians are going to win that war. For some reason, I felt like that might be something to do with Ukraine. This is money getting cut off. There'll probably be a lot of stuff going out before the elections. I know the Republicans are already complaining about us giving money to Ukraine. And you go on Fox News, they're rooting for Russia to win that war. I'll tell you what, talk about a bunch of traitors. I can't even believe that they can stay in business. But anyway, I don't go on Fox News, but I see excerpts from it. So that's people complaining about the money because gas prices are up. That go into Ukraine. It's like a part of a Republican plot. From what I understand, they were kind of behind the gas prices being raised. We got the Page of Cups here. It's a guy in Italy. That's where my daughters went to. Now she's not there anymore, but that's the first place they went in Italy, is where they got the canals in the street. And she's supposed to be home in about another week. But that's the Page of Cups. I don't know if that was something personal for me. We got Out in the Cold. It's the end of October. My birthday's the 17th, so that would be after my birthday. Out in the Cold. Holding your money close. I still think that's the Republicans hollering right up before the midterms that how dare us sending money overseas when our gas prices are too high. That's all we're going to hear the last week before the election. That kind of bullshit. And we got Biden looking over the resources here. So, I'm going to go down these and I'm going to go sideways. I used to do this a couple of years ago and everybody loved it. I haven't did it in a while. We got everybody being stressed out. I'm going to go sideways first because I've already gone down them. We got everybody being stressed out here with the Nine of Swords. Being cut off from something. Sometimes this is a spy in the camp. Maybe that's... We're going to get information about some conspiracies with somebody from overseas. With some of these other countries, something to do with these paperwork. That's coming through this at the end, the end of the first week and start of the second week. We're getting paperwork coming through, information coming through on where some of those missing documents are, and it's going to make us feel pretty vulnerable when we find out where they're at. And it might be something to do with all this North Korea bullshit. That's what it keeps coming back to for me. It's going to make us feel almost like our hands are tied. And somebody's kind of got an upper hand on us because of the president. I don't know why they don't just go arrest his ass and get it over with. I got the Queen of Swords here. So that makes me think again that this has something to do with Korea. Some of this information was sent over there some way or traded off or sold off or something, because I think that maybe the sister, if she's still alive, is the one that's running that, because that guy that's running around saying he's Kim Jong-un or whatever, he's about a foot taller than the other one was. I was looking at some shots of him today standing up by other people. Unless he had a leg extension. And they're going to try to keep this a secret from the American people when they find out. But I don't think they're going to be able to hold it that close. I think it's going to come out. So that would be right around my birthday, or about the 15th, the middle of the month. We're going to find out that some of those secrets were probably given to North Korea. And then this is a dark, scary card in this deck. It's Seven of Swords. It's very dark. I think this is Trump trying to get away from this. He knows that they've got it on him. Look at this. They've got all the information he needs to take him down, and he'll never be able to pull judges or anything else anymore, because he's going to go down the river. Look at this. And this has been going to be coming out toward the ends of the month, right before the end of the month. Third week, between the third week and fourth week. It's going to make people very happy to find out that they finally really got evidence. And even though they're not going to throw it out there ahead of time, some of it's going to leak out about him giving secrets to 3 different nations. 3 different nations, people. 3 different nations. How about that? I can't believe it. Sorry, I'm not even looking at the camera tonight. I should be looking up at the camera, but I'm not. Doesn't make any difference, because everybody says they just listen to me anyway, which is fine. So 3 different nations, all a sellout. Go into the Trump's family money still, because he was trying to get enough put back to live on, escape on, or do something on, because everybody knows he's broke. I've been saying that since before he ever got elected and all during it. Even though he had all that money coming through, he had so many expenses. Even his golf courses have to be a horrible expense, because you don't make money at a golf course. They don't even make money at the golf courses in Palm Springs. You can imagine the ones at whatever. So that's what's going on. By the end of this month, we're going to find out a lot of stuff. We're going to find out three different countries where those secrets went out to them. And I think North Korea is going to be right in the middle of it. That's why they're acting up. And God only knows what he might have given them. But anyway, that's what came out for me on these. I hope that, I don't know if they made sense or not. And if they didn't, I'm sorry. But I love these new cards, by the way. I just absolutely love these cards. Thank you so much, Mark. I'll probably end up starting to use those to do readings with and stuff. I want to try them on personal readings, and I loved them for this reading. And I think I'd like them even more. Maybe I'll read on one other person before I go, because I'm not going to be able to do a video for a while, because I hate to read on Trump, but I had him down there. And what did I have it on there? Trump's other properties. Let's just do that. Let's see if they're going to search Trump's other properties. It looks like they're talking about it. They know those are missing. That's probably where they're going to get this information from, where some of that other stuff went to. But I think the other countries are going to tell on them. But Are we going to hear about them searching Trump's other properties? And if so, when? After we're invaded, or after our democracy's gone because he let out all of our important secrets? Are they going to look at Trump's other properties? Let's check that out. We got to see if they're going to look at Trump's other properties. And I'm going to try using these cards. It'd be easier if I use my same old ones that I always use, but it's not like they're not the same cards. Just they seem so thick. Trump's other properties. I mean, not Trump's other properties. Are they going to search Trump's other properties for those documents? Let's not confuse spirit. They know what I want, but anyway, are they going to search Trump's other property for those documents? Well, I've got a yes card on the bottom there. Let's shuffle one more time. Are they going to search Trump's other properties for those documents? One more time. Sorry. One more time. Are they going to search Trump's other properties for those documents? Are we going to be hearing about that right away? Yeah, that should be all I have to read. We got the Chariot. Yeah, they're going to search them fast. They're going to get whatever they need to go look fast. Look at this. We got the Chariot here. In a hurry. And they're going to find a bunch of shit. Look at this. We got the Six of Wands over it. Definitely on his premises. The King of Pentacles at the bottom. It's going to catch him by surprise, even though it's coming from the DOJ. They're already working on it. And they're definitely going to find the goods. Look at this. I love these cards. They might even find contracts of sales or some kind of books or something on how much money he made off of selling those. Look at that. Very traitorous. Very traitorous. In the 7th house, we got the traitor card. For fun and entertainment only, YouTube. They're going to try to keep a lot of what they find quiet. But they are going to let us know, I think, that they found the documents. Yeah, we got the 8 of Pentacles here. They are going to let us know that they found more. Definitely found more, precisely, and seeing what fits into where. And it's going to be really good for us as a nation, because this stuff's dangerous, and the quicker they get it, the better. But it looks like I asked if they were going to search right away, and we got the Chariot, which is yes. And they're going to find a lot of contraband, and it's definitely on Trump's property. It's coming down from the DOJ. They hit the jackpot. They might even find contracts that he made by selling that. Even maybe to something proven, very traitorous. And they're going to feel so fallible, or whatever, infallible. Infallible is not the word. They're going to wish they could keep this all a secret till they figure out what to do with it. But they're going to find out that there's more documents missing than they even thought there was. But it's going to end up being really good for America, people. So that's a good way to end that. It's going to be really good for America. So remember, if anybody wants a personal reading, it's lynntarotreadings@gmail.com. And I'm sorry I took so long to get back out. And I I hope you enjoyed that. When I look at this, it seems like when I first started out, like I was kind of in a flux, but I don't know. If it makes any sense at all, I'll put it out there. Sometimes I think I should be putting stuff out and everybody loves it. So all I can do is what I can do. And I want to thank Mark again for these wonderful cards. And I want to thank all of you for please hit thumbs up, subscribe, and share, do anything you can, because I need to get some more people on this channel, and I'm never going to get any more people on if I don't start reading cards more often. And I love doing it. Anyway, there's just so much stuff coming through, and I get so involved, and I take notes, and I know exactly what I'm going to read on, and if I don't do it that day, it all has to be changed the next day. I got half a book I've written since I did my last readings. But anyway, good night, everybody. And I hope this turns out, and thank you for everything. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.